Hey guys, Dallas here from Dun & Watson. We're just going to run through a brief installation guide for all of our fridge slide units that run on 125 kilo slides. So that's going to include a mini slide like we have here, an assembled one of our 50 litre and under fridge slide, and also a battery and generator slide, which isn't here, but essentially it's a little bit bigger than this one, a little bit smaller than this one, so fundamentally identical. So what you're going to receive in your pack is your tray, your mounting feet, your slides, your strap pack, and your nuts and bolts. So first thing you want to do is obviously just make sure that your left arm is on the left and your right arm's on the right, and the same thing with your draw slides. So put the left slide on the left, right on the right. This is particularly important when it comes to separating the slides because you don't want to put the left arm into the right lever or vice versa because it will jam. So I'll just pull these bolts out as well. So when it comes to disconnecting the slides, you activate this locking trigger here, you pull it down. So when you're operating it, you just touch the lever and it'll lock out. When you want to shut it, you'll shut it. When you want to disconnect it, if you hang on to this trigger, you'll see that it releases that hook there and it brings that slide out like so. So as I said, just keep that back on the left. Now when it comes to fitting this unit, you'll see that we've got, so it's all pre-cut, so you've got your pilot holes here and they will just line up with the holes on your slide like so. So just be a matter of lining up the holes and then you would get one of your bolts like so, and then you would just secure it off and go grab shifter and tighten it off like so. So without doing all of them, obviously we've got one that we've done here, so you'll see here internally you have your bolt heads on the inside internally and you have your bolt heads externally like so. So you don't need to go drilling extra holes into this unit. There are sufficient pilot holes that are necessary. Now when it comes to obviously when you've done both like so, and you want to connect you then pull this apart. So you've done your two external ones and they're just sitting there ready to go. Same deal with your internal ones. You'll see here that the holes line up. Be no different. You would just simply put that through like that and run your nut in there like that. It's very straightforward. So when it comes to reconnecting the units though, this is where the slides can cause you a bit of grief. So these are fitted here, these are fitted here, and it's time to reconnect them. This carriage may be sitting somewhere along this track just while you've been fiddling around with it. It's very important that you slide it back to the front and you would hold your thumb on the rear so you'd have both units in its place. It's always good to have a second person just to help you with this part if you can, and you would hold that carriage there as well. The reason you want that carriage to stay still is because when you reconnect the runner, it's very important that you line it up with that and you hear a clicking sound and it's working. What can commonly happen if it's not lined is you'll actually miss that carriage and you'll actually start to, this lip here will get underneath this here and you'll actually start to pry this open and you'll have ball bearings rolling around. If this happens, it's alright, don't panic, you haven't broken the slides. You simply put them back in their place. You may need a flathead screwdriver or another tool to pin them back, but just put them back in their place. Slide the carriage forward, try again. When you line it up, you'll run through, and you'll say, that's working as good as gold. So there you have it. As I said, it is a brief run through that I'll show you here on a completed unit. All sits nice and flush, out of the way. So yeah, but as I said, if you have any questions, just give us a call or flick us an email. But yeah, no drilling should be required, everything should just line up and yeah, happy days. Thanks guys.